Hey fella, Mattsi here. From what I'm hearing, Project Zomboid is too hard. The game is difficult. There's a lot of zomboids. I don't like calling them zomboids, that's a personal thing, but you do whatever you want. Today I want to highlight something that I think is very important, but I feel like it gets overlooked often. You may want to sit down for this. Project Zomboid is a sandbox game, like Minecraft. You can adjust almost any setting to suit the way you want to play the game. And here's the kicker. It's okay not to play this game on the hardest difficulty. It's fine, I promise. All I want is for the chill boy gamers who would love Project Zomboid if it wasn't just a bit too intense for their tidy whities to have a chance to experience this game. Cool? It may look daunting to dive into all these settings when you don't know what they do or what you're changing, so I'm going to get you up to speed with what each preset gives you, and then I'll talk about some settings to change for a more beginner-friendly, chill boy gamer playstyle. First we have Apocalypse. This setting is for folks who like to be punished. If that's your thing, that's your thing. I don't care. Just don't get me involved. This is the default game mode, technically, and it's not interested in being friendly, technically. Loot is rare, zombies are strong, your minimap is broken, and weapons don't hit multiple targets. You are unlikely to survive very long with this sandbox option if you're new, or if you're me. But that's because I'm very bad at planning. Next is Survivor. This mode is for those of you who want more powerful combat, longer lifespans, and a challenging playstyle. Zombies are weaker and can't drag you down. On top of that, you have multi-hit enabled, your minimap works this time, and you're not as vulnerable from behind. It appears I am contractually obligated to say giggity, but I'm not going to. And then there's Builder mode. This is basically Stardew Valley. Way fewer zombies, way weaker than normal, and the only balance to all this is that loot is rarer, except food, and the player's stats and clothing degrade faster. Meaning, you need more material and more focus on maintenance to keep yourself afloat. Look, I like Stardew Valley. In fact, I love Stardew Valley. If you want an easier Project Zomboid, stop here. Builder's fine. But if you want a customized Project Zomboid, check this out. Custom Sandbox. This is what I wanted to really focus on today. If you feel like the game is too hard, or if you just want to know what settings to tweak to impact moment-to-moment gameplay, this section is for you. First, I'm going to discuss a generally easier preset you can try, and then I'll talk about a way easier preset if the game is still too hard for you to get into. Again, my main goal is for you to be sitting on your gamer beanbag with your gamer headset, playing your Project Zomboid game. And I don't really care how hard it is for you to live my dream while you're doing it. Be warned, this next part is all technobabble, no jokes. I am sorry. After selecting Custom Sandbox, you'll be greeted with this lovely menu. Scurry over to the Zombie tab, click on Advanced, and select Zombie Count Low, Speed Fast Shambler, Strength Weak, Toughness Normal, Transmission Saliva Only, Memory Sight and Hearing Random, Day-Night Effect Day, Drag Down Uncheck, Zombie Lunge Uncheck, Fake Dead Zombie Reanimation Never, Population Multiplier 0.35, Population Peak Multiplier 1.3, Peak Day 90, Respawn Hours 4320, Respawn Multiplier 0.03, and move to the Loot tab. Set everything in Loot Rarity to 0.7 and set the generators to Normal. World tab, Water Shutoff, and Electricity Shutoff should be both about 6 to 12 months. Meta tab, Allow Minimap, and All Known on Start should be checked. Character tab, Starter Kit, check. Free trait points 10. Rear vulnerability, giggity low. Weapon multi-hit, check. Maximum dismantling XP level 5. Maximum media XP level 5. Global multiplier 1.5, but you can make it higher if you don't like grinding. I don't. And there you go. It's a lot of changing settings, but that's kind of what you're getting into with customizing a sandbox game. Dork. These settings, largely, reduce swarms and make combat fairly easier in the beginning, so you new fellas can get the rhythm of the night down and have an easier time establishing a safe house without worrying about this happening to you. Delaying the utilities is something I had to come to terms with. These aren't the settings I play by normally, so why should it matter to me if utilities are delayed on a preset I won't play much? All that to say, I tend to like the rush of getting a safe house ready to live in without utilities. But I do know that some new players aren't going to want that anxiety on top of learning combat, what items are important to take, etc, etc. The breathing room is nice, I'll admit. It gives you plenty of time to set up a farm, grab the essential appliances like a fridge, oven, freezer, whatever this idiot tells you to pick up, and really dive into the new crafting trees that are available to us in Build 42. As far as the XP boosts, look, when I replay Pokemon games, I always hack in rare candies. There were some dungeons in Final Fantasy I that had me save state scumming just to avoid unnecessary combat. I don't care for grinding through games. I don't have the time or the attention span. So, yeah, XP boosts go in my normal settings too. Fight me. This preset should get you going. You can tweak what you want to suit it to your playstyle, or just go with Builder. But if you're still struggling, I do have one more preset that's even more beginner friendly, and after that I'll talk a little bit about what the settings do. Again, a lot of yammering, not a lot of jokes. Click advanced and follow me. Zombie count low, speed shambler, strength weak, toughness fragile, transmission saliva only, memory short, sight and hearing poor, drag down and zombie lunge unchecked, population multiplier 0.15, respawn hours 0. Loot tab, change all rarity to 1.0, and generator set to normal. World tab, utilities, 6 to 12 months. Meta tab, allow minimap, checked. Character tab, starter kit checked, weapon multi-hit checked, global multiplier 2.0. If any of those takes were bad, I'm keeping them in because this is like the 4th time I've recorded this video. My daughter is awake when she shouldn't be. I have to stop. If you want to go to the vehicles tab and make cars more common and in better condition more often, you can. I just don't think it's that necessary. It's up to you though. It's not a bad call. Now let me quick fire through all the reasonings for these settings. Zombie count obviously affects how many unwanted neighbors you have to deal with over the course of your game. Setting it this low ensures that you still have some zombies hanging around, but not too many. Setting their speed to shamblers gives you plenty of options to duck out of combat if you need to. You literally walk faster than they do. Obviously, setting their strength and toughness lower makes them chump blockers, but sometimes that's what a commander deck really needs. Hang on, wrong game. Zombie respawning can be a pain in the backside, and if you don't believe me, picture this. You are clearing out an area to build your cool Gamer Boy base, but it's taking you a while to get the whole thing built. Some time passes and that space you cleared out, well, gosh, now there's zombies everywhere again. I don't want that. You don't want that. Let's just not deal with that. Obviously, making loot more common helps with easing the game's difficulty tremendously, though I caution against going overboard there with that setting. Loot runs aren't really fun when there's no reason to do them, and giving yourself a starter kit really only ensures you won't be bamboozled by bad spawns as often. I know someone's gonna get a little elitist and tell you you're not really playing the game if you're not experiencing it the way they do. But you can tell them your uncle works for Nintendo and I'll show up at school to beat them up for you. See ya!